big battle there ongoing between Nigeria and Morocco over there at Constantine. Welcome you on the show. Thought update on Trust TV. Adeni G. Shafe. Well, right now we start with the first story. Gusso charges Golden Eagles to beat Morocco. Morocco defeated South Africa. Nigeria defeated Zambia. And this is the match where even the Coach Nduka Ogbade, say, well, I'm scared of Morocco. A lot of Nigerians are not buying that. It could be a mind game. But right now, the Golden Eagles are fighting out against the team from Morocco over there in Algeria, Constantine precisely, and it's going to be a big one. Can they do this? If they can defeat Morocco, at least that will be it. They will be at least happy that they've qualified for the next stage of the competition. But right now, I have in the studio Emmanuel Fashimi. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me. They can do it. Sincerely speaking, they can do it because also the Moroccans, before coming into this game, they have actually said they are afraid of the flying, the Golden Eagles physicality, their pace and strength, and that is to tell you that's an advantage. No matter how they look at it, the Golden Eagles are equal to the task. It's a match for match, and I can tell you that even the Golden Eagles is more than the Moroccan teams because we actually had a better, when I say a better preparation than, let me say we have the better preparation. I cannot say than Morocco. Let's not forget that Morocco wanted not to come to this tournament because of whatever issue they have with Algeria, and that alone has let me say disrupted the plans of the team.
But they won
their first game. Yes, it's a morale booster for the team. The Golden Eagles, like I said, they are super better and ready. Already you're seeing that with what these guys are doing. If you look at our preparation, friendly games, these guys scored a lot of goals. I was even surprised that they were able to score just one goal against the Zambians. That's to tell you that the Zambians themselves are not easy prey. But at the end, we won. We had a couple of chances. We would have nailed Zambia up to 5 goals in that because they missed so many chances, and Zambia goalkeeper the same came to their rescue. But at the end, we were able to score one. But against the Moroccan right now, it's looking good for the Golden Eagles. At the end of 90 minutes, I think we should be smiling with our 3 points, 6 points to the bank.
Well, I just hope that your bank will be a bank that we can get those points.
We will get it. We will get it.
But really, looking at the Golden Eagles, we know they've conquered West Africa at the Wafu B.
Yes.
Now, they are trying to see how they can conquer Africa now because we have never won this tournament when it comes to Africa. We have only done well at the international scene. But in Africa, we've not been able to dominate it. If you get into semi-final, qualifying for the World Cup, we've always been doing that. In fact, if we check internationally, we've dominated when it comes to the under-17. But in Africa, it is high time we win this.
Nduka Ogbade is a champion, and he has instilled the champion's mentality into these guys. We really want to, at some point, let me say, okay, let me read the minds of the Golden Eagles, why it was like that in the African continent. We are the world champions. While it's just to play so that we qualify, and then we go show our stuff in the world. But this time around, we really want to dominate. We have dominated the world. Let's dominate Africa. And that is what we've seen with these guys. Sincerely speaking, I think with the crop of players, one thing I am happy about this team right now is that they are young. When you say young, sincerely speaking, if the MRI test can, within the space of 1 hour, these guys are done and dusted without no questioning that what is going on. That's to tell you we're on the right track. And as it stands right now, the Golden Eagles, for me, first we should qualify for the World Cup, get the semi-final ticket, get our 3 points first in this game that is ongoing right now, and then 6 points we are sure of into the quarterfinals. And then from there, we now look, okay, we set our sights on the trophy because Nduka Ogbade has said they are going to take one match at a time. They will play every match as a final, and that is what they did against the Zambians. Sincerely speaking, the Zambians also are equal to the task, but because of the way we're playing, pace, power, strength, these guys can run 120 minutes. They will not be tired.
Which guys?
The Golden Eagles.
I like the way you actually hyping this, but 120 minutes.
They will not,
anyway, maybe and it's always good to actually hype. I still remember how England hyped their own players, even though we know that majority of them are actually average players. But for Golden Eagles, so far this time around, it seems We are really getting it right. I remember when it comes to the issue of MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, we got it right there. First of all, there was no player disqualified
at all.
That shows that we picked the right players. And aside that, the performance against Zambia. Zambia is a football nation. You can't take it away from Chipolopolo to Junior Chipolopolo to Amajimbo or whatever you want to call them now. They are always at their best. They play good football when it comes to football in Zambia. In fact, look at their women. Look at what they did at AFCON.
I think their women has upped their game.
Yes.
Too.
So it's not as if they are one of the football nations in Africa. So we should know that beating them, it was a tough one. In fact, the players knew what they went through before they could score that goal, and after getting to miss a lot of chances. But really, against Morocco right now, our boys, all they need to do is to show that, yes, they are equal to the task. Playing 1-0 against Zambia wasn't just maybe because they didn't perform. They want to silence the Moroccans. That South Africa is not Nigeria when it comes to football.
Well, I'm so confident that these guys are going to get the 3 points, and we will smile to the bank with the 6 points.
Which bank are you smiling?
We will smile to the CAF bank. There's a bank owned by CAF, and that bank is for us to qualify to the next round. At this, sometimes, let me say, at this stage, I'm not scared for the Golden Eaglet, because maybe when we see some of our teams, we used to be, but I am so confident in these guys that if I hadn't watched their training here in Abuja, because most of their campaign was done in Abuja here, and I have the privilege of seeing some of their friendly games, some of their training at Go Project in Package B. That is where they train, and you see the way these guys are playing. I think when they came back from Wafu B, they were just given 1 week break, and after that 1 week break, they came back to the camp. They have been together for so long, and you can see the understanding in the team. You can see the cohesion. You can see the team spirit. They play as a unit. They work together. That game against Zambia, every player was watching out for the other, and that is what a team should be. If you lose the ball, there are persons who will cover up for you. If you make the mistake, the Zambians, it's not that the Zambians were not bad. If we had converted all our chances that we had that day, it would have been up to 4 goals. Sincerely speaking, we came close on several occasions that I cannot even tell you that this guy came close to scoring, and even the goal they scored was, in a way, it was a rebound ball. The goalkeeper parried the ball out, and this guy, I can't recall his name right now, followed up and returned the ball back into the net, and that was what gave us that. And immediately after that goal, we had another chance, but it was blown away. It was blown away. We never gave the Zambians that space to actually operate. If you look at the possession, we were far ahead in ball possession, in counter attacks, in all departments. The Golden Eaglets were far better than the Zambia, as in we dominated. So against the Moroccans, we are fine. We know that the Moroccans play this tiki-taka style of football. They play space football. The Golden Eaglets are equal to the task. They also play space football. And if you
in fact, that used to be our style.
If you play the space football with this team, I can tell you they will hurt you. Because why? They are fast. They are strong. I said they can run one. If this game will go to 120 minutes, the Golden Eaglets will not be tired.
But really, when it comes to football in Africa, you can't take it away from Nigeria. We've been one of the forces to be reckoned with, be it senior or even the junior or Flying Eagles, or mentioning even the women football. But really, for a while now, it's been a bit kind of low when it comes to performance. But it seems the junior teams are doing us well, and also the women. We see what they've been doing. And right now, if these Golden Eaglets are able to surmount and win over Morocco as this game is on, then it means we've qualified from this group. All we need to do is play the normal game against South Africa.
Use
some players that have not been given the chance to play. And also use that to fine-tune the team ahead
of whoever comes.
But right now, we need World Cup ticket, getting to semi-finals. And according to Ubadi, who also has actually played this particular competition, that is a plus for Nigeria, because it will, I'm sure each time they play, it will be flashing back. How did we do it in 1985 or you understand?
Yes.
How did we do it in 1985? How was I able to play well with my team? Let me instill that into my boys so that they can also do the same thing. But I look at him saying he was scared, although, like I said, it could be a mind game. maybe just said that to make Morocco believe they are scared of all and they'll be complacent, right?
I think the Moroccan also came out, the coach also came out and said, okay, they are scared of Nigerian physicality, so everybody's playing and their pace. Everybody is playing, okay, let me also be on the fence. But to tell you the truth, Nduka Agbade had to come out and also reply the coach that, okay, we're also scared. It's not that Moroccans are bad. If you watch the way they played against the South Africans, I think they tore the South Africans apart. Getting just 2 goals, it was not a fluke. But they know what they are up against right now. Against the Golden Eaglets, 5-time world champion. We dominated the Waffle B tournament. We never dropped a game at the Waffle B, all through to the final, and we won it in style. So that alone should put fear into a team, and that is what Nduka Agbade has been able to do. You know, when you dominate a tournament, a competition, other teams that want to come and play you, even though you have some loopholes, already the name Golden Eaglet, their performance at the Waffle B is already bringing shivers into the opposition, and that is what it is. And now what he has been able to do also, Nduka Agbade, is to tell this guy, okay, you guys can do it, you are the best, and that is what a team needs. Instill this mind of a champion into a team, and you see the best, and then with your your tactical know-how, and then the team will be complete. And that is what Nduka Agbade has done with this team. Nduka Agbade didn't just bring boys together that okay, let me just represent Nigeria. They actually went out to pick these guys from the Principal Cup, from the academies you have around, from some local teams. That is what have made up this team. I know of an academy that has up to 3 players in this team. They also have in the Flying Eagles. So that's to tell you how far they went with this team. And they didn't just allow these boys to rest. Immediately they came back from Waffle B. Okay, 1 week, go and say hello to your family, go with your medal, present your medal to your family, have a warm handshake, let them give you a grand reception as a champion, and then report back to the camp. And that was what they did. They camped here for so long in Abuja. And evenings, if you want to actually see them, they train 2 times a day, morning and evening. You go to Go Project, you see these guys training. And what are they doing? Trying to just understand themselves, bring out the best out of this team, and that is what is showing right now. I will not be surprised if we win the AFCON under 17, and that is what we want. But first, we need to get out of the group stage and then hit the quarterfinal, hit the semi-final, and then once you are in the final, whatever comes, if you win, fine. If you don't, already you are sure of something tangible with you. The World Cup ticket is in your hand.
We've been talking concerning under 17 AFCON taking place in Algeria. Constantine, precisely. Well, from the way it is, Nigerian team Golden Eaglet facing Morocco. A big one is a big one there, because Morocco, we know, they defeated South Africa, and Nigeria defeated Zambia. Both of them locking horns to see who will get it right. And right now, to let you know that our boys are equal to the task, we've been giving you updates concerning that. But right now, when it comes to football, the Golden Eaglet know what is at stake, because they know they need to beat Morocco if they really want to have rest of mind. Although I know that it is possible, even if I'm not saying they should lose, you understand, but they can win Morocco and also beat South Africa. It is very possible that we win all our matches in the group stage, just like they did at the Waffle B, showing a lot of
class,
a lot of chances, champion mind, a lot of opportunities that they actually got. They also converted them. And right now, when it comes to the strikers, if you remember, I remember somebody was telling Nduka Agbade, saying, okay, get players that can score goals for you, that can bang a lot of goals. Make sure you get midfielders that are good enough, and then make sure your defense is solid enough. Then the goalkeeper. And if you look at it right now, it seems Agbade and his technical crew has been able to get the right players. All they need now is just to go out there and do the main thing of playing well. They are right now being motivated psychologically. They are being, at least we saw that Guso is telling them, go out there and be the champion. You can do this. All put together, from the way it is, if this team, like you said, if they are able to conquer Africa, we should be expecting something at the World Cup.
Yes, we should be expecting. We have never gone to the World Cup and then we don't do well with the under-17. And I will not be surprised if we conquer Africa and then conquer the world. But we need to conquer Africa first. Now, if you look at the okay, like you mentioned, I think I was able to get. I was present with one of their training where the team was splitted into all departments: defense, midfield, goalkeeper, striker. And what did they do on that very day at the goal project? They were launching the ball, the strikers were running after the ball. Make sure you get to that ball and hit it directly to the goalpost if the goalkeeper gets it or whatever. And they were so good about it that I was like, if this team goes out, then the Golden Eaglets will be a threat. I watched up to, in fact, I had to finish that training on that very day. I started it with them. When they finished, I watched it. And like, that is what you just mentioned right now. They actually worked on all departments. They were split into three: the strikers, the goalkeeper, the defenders, the midfielders. So they were launching the long ball. The strikers were running. Make sure you get to the ball, convert that chance, and that was what they did. So if we see them scoring a lot of goals, it is what they have actually done, as in prepared themselves with before jetting out of the country. So for against the Zambians, I was surprised it was 1 goal, but I can tell you for free that we are going to get a lot of goals in the remaining 2 games right now.
Well, even though the match is on, maybe you have forgotten that. But right now, you look at football in Nigeria. When it comes to the junior category, it performs so well. But recently, the Super Eagles, what's happening?
Well,
let's just dash into that
administratively, we've not, let me say, we've not really gotten it right in that aspect. I will always hammer on this, that politics and sport cannot work. Tribalism and sport cannot work. Favoritism and sport cannot work. What works with sport is talent, determination, and courage. Who are the talents? What's their determination? How encouraged are they? How motivated are they? But once you start saying, he's my brother, he's my sister's son, okay, let me come, I know this person, you know me, I don't know you, Godfatherism, in quote, we have big man somewhere who can dole out all the money so that this player will be there. We will not get it right. If we stop all of this, we will get it right in the Super Eagles. But I want to quickly beg the NFF, after this tournament, this crop of boys, even though they are not going to take all the 11 players or the 22 players, let half of this team, let me say at least 7 of this team
get promotion
to the Flying Eagles. Okay. From the Flying Eagles, they should get promotion to the under-23, and then from there to the Super Eagles. If we can keep this particular, I'm not saying they should not bring in other players. They can mix them, but they should try as much as possible. Ibrahim Gusso should make sure that this team is kept together. I
still remember in 1993, from 1992, Senegal 92, it started even before then, 1990, 92, 94, 1996, we saw how the teams were working together and were able to achieve a lot of achievement at that time.
Kanu Nwankwo, they went to Japan 93, the likes of Wisin Oruma, and they graduated from 93, 94, and they went to the Olympics. So what was the result?
Well, we saw what happened there at 1996 Olympics, where Nigeria really dominated the world there. Now, we just have to dash out. Let's talk about matches later for this evening in Premier League and also Spanish La Liga. Not forgetting Italia Serie A. Liverpool, Fulham, Man City, West Ham. Well, let's look at it. Just briefly, the scoreline. Liverpool, Fulham.
Liverpool, Fulham. Well, Liverpool, with the way they are playing right now, I think 1-0. 1-0.
Well, Man City, West Ham, if they win this game, they'll go back to the top again.
Where? Man City 2-1. 2-1.
2-1. West Ham?
Yes, the first leg was 1-1.
The second leg can be 3-0. Let's roll into Spanish La Liga there. Fixtures coming up. Valencia, Villarreal, the battle of the V teams. Who win this? Samuel Chukwueze versus Valencia.
The away team is going to win 3-2.
3-2, Villarreal. Well, let's see how it is. Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano against Cadiz.
They will still score extra 5 goals.
That's Madrid.
Yes, they will still score extra 5 goals.
Anyway, we just been trying to do October's Emmanuel there. Now let's look at Italian Serie A. Matches will be coming up there, a lot of matches. And let's look at the fixtures before we actually wrap people up on the show there. We're talking about the fixtures there. Well, matches will be coming up in the Italian Serie A. You look at Juventus will be playing against Lecce.
For Juve, I think they are fired up. They want to play in the Champions League, and they will want to consolidate on that position. They are third right now after their 15 points was reversed. But against Lecce, I think they should win. They should win.
But right now, for Napoli, they have to they peg their celebration. If they had won that game, they would have been celebrating by now. But well, they didn't.
Well, no matter what happens, they just need a point in their next game, and they will be up there. The 18 points still stands. All they just need to do is just a point, and they will just be kissing the. But the painful aspect of it is that they are not going to celebrate it at their home. Even if they win their next game, they'll have to wait for the other game where they will play at home to celebrate their trophy.
A lot of matches there. Inter Milan away to Verona, Monza, Roma. Big one there. Well, AC Milan, Cremonese, Sassuolo, Lazio, Sampdoria, Torino, Salernitana, Fiorentina. While Spezia play against Ademola Lookman's team, Atalanta there. Juventus will be doing justice over there against Lecce, over there in Turin at the Allianz Stadium there. Well, good one quickly. Arsenal owner Stan Kroenke to give Mikel Arteta £200 million to strengthen squad in the summer. They are coming.
Well, sure, Champions League football is for them right now as it stands. No matter what happens, if City wins the league, they are sure of playing in the Champions League. And they need things. And what actually cost Arsenal this, the way the whole league is right now, is that they don't have depth in their team. They don't have backup. Look at the only good player they have at the back line, Saliba, went on an injury, and they are falling apart. So they actually need players. If you look at Man City, in each department they have one players and the players on the bench are equally in fact with the same. I think they are of the same standard with those who are playing their regulars, the starting 11. Because if you look at the players on the bench, if they are coming into play, you are sure of getting the same, let me say, the same product you got from the players on the pitch. The ones that started, the ones that are coming from the bench will even come and add to what they already have on the pitch. So, and that is why they are where they are right now. But for Arsenal, they don't have that depth in the team, and they are suffering it.
Well, the last one says Bayern Munich are ready to listen to offers for forward Sadio Mane after that bust up against Leroy Sané. A lot of issues here and there concerning his duty with Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. Will he be leaving or not? Well, from the way it is, it could be rumor for now, but it could actually come out to be true. Someone said, well, if I were Sadio Mane, I will leave. Yes,
if I were Sadio Mane, I will leave. If I have the chance right now, I will leave, because I think he has fallen out of favor in the team, most especially maybe with the board. And
but
the board
Tuchel still likes him.
No, Tuchel might like him, but because the board,
the hierarchy,
yes, doesn't want him because of what happened between him and Nurisain. And he is the same. I think it was part of the reason, and at some point, that Nagelsmann was sacked from the team, because Nagelsmann kept on using him instead of Sané. And I see no reason why it should be an issue, because Sané is no longer in form, and this is a player who has seen it at the biggest stage in football. But for Mane, he should leave. I think under Nagelsmann, he was able to score 7 goals and 4 assists. But since Tuchel came in, what has been his impact?
Even though we know how Mane is when he was in Liverpool, moving to Bayern, it wasn't a very juicy kind of a smooth ride for him. He struggled even before the bust up between him and Leroy. But right now, compared to when he was in Liverpool, everything was going so well.
I think Nagelsmann would have even bring the best out of him, but they have to scrub through that by sacking that young man, and that is what is causing Bayern Munich. I even want them to lose the league.
Well, from the way it is right now, don't pray that prayer for Bayern. Bayern fans out there will be happy. We've been talking sport on sport updates on Trust TV with Emmanuel Fashimi. Thank you so much.
It's been my pleasure.
I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.